Hey everyone, welcome back to a new video on the channel. Today's video, we're going to be talking about mental enrichment. And what I mean by mental enrichment is ways to engage your dog to not only think, but to use their senses like smell and sight, along with, way to kind of tire your dog out more than your average walk or playing fetch or playing tug with your dog. These are great ways and tools and equipment, or just certain physical games you can do with your dog that allows them to think and use their senses, like I said before. So the first thing I really want to talk about are different types of little games and toys that I see a lot of times in the pet stores, and I like to recommend to a lot of my pet parents or clients, along with just anyone that owns a dog. These are kind of crucial and really helpful for your dog to kind of, again, use your senses and think a lot. The first one are puzzle toys. So puzzle toys are a great way to not only feed your dog in this, but also have your dog think. So a lot of these mechanisms are pretty simple. So with this, you kind of block it. Let's say you put a treat in this little hole here, block it, and then you push this up against it. And the dog has to maneuver with, let's say, their paws or use their muzzle or their mouth in this case, and move this slot here with this, this piece, move it out, and then it'll be able to move this little thin plastic piece out of the way to get to the toy. These are really, really great mental enrichment for your dogs, because again, it's having your dog think to try to work for their food. Instead of just giving it in a bowl, try putting it in a puzzle toy. Maybe do it like every afternoon meal, or maybe every morning meal. If they only do one meal a day, do this every single meal. You'll see a big difference. And again, if your dog is, let's say, a fast eater, it'll help them slow down and work on those things. You could also, of course, get a slow feeder bowl, but this is a good way to not only make them eat slower, but think, and use their senses. Another good toy / tool that I love using with my dog personally, a different material than the last one, are snuffle mats. So with snuffle mats, you're getting all these different types of fabric materials and designs. This one happens to be a Christmas tree, of course, for the Christmas time of the year. And you basically can put different areas of treats. So you can put them in like these little ornament sort of looks of material. Put in the star. There's like an opening here. You can put treats in there. These are another good way to, again, feed your dog a daily meal in this. This is more of a foraging type behavior that your dog tends to do naturally outside on a walk, let's just say. But this case, they have to smell and find these, pieces of food or treats that you put in this. And again, it helps your dog use their sense of smell, but also, again, using a lot of mental power of like trying to find these pieces of food or treats that are in these. The third one I want to talk about is lick mats. Lick mats are another great way where they're using their mouth and licking different types of, basically you can put peanut butter in this, or yogurt, make sure it's plain yogurt, and also, make sure to put, if you could use applesauce, but use it very limited and sparingly. And again, always do your research when it comes to giving your dog, of course, any human-related foods, because again, as most people know, it can be very toxic for certain foods to be consumed by a dog. But those ones that I just mentioned, peanut butter and yogurt, are great. But again, make sure you want to check for ingredients for peanut butter, xylitol, and with yogurt, you want to check to make sure, again, it's just plain, there's nothing in it, those sort of things. But anyways, so with the lick mat, you can put peanut butter or yogurt, take a knife, spread it around this, stick it maybe in the freezer, or you can just give it to the dog right off the bat. And it helps them, again, just use that mouth, licking, and it's a lot of mental use of their brain, but again, using a physical part of their body that they don't typically use often in this case, but also, again, helps tire your dog out. It's a nice, really good way to kind of change up your daily routine with your dog. I really love these lick mats. A lot of people love doing them, and they're super, super helpful. These other two are a bit smaller, so I'm going to kind of combine them as like a one topic. The most iconic one that most people probably know about, if not, it is the Kong. Kongs come in different sizes, durability, so like certain strengths. So some are a little bit easier to not like chew and break apart. Others are a bit softer. But basically, you could put food in here, you could put treats in here, you can put, like I mentioned with the lick mat, you could put peanut butter or yogurt in here. One of my favorite things that I love doing with my dog, and I recommend to all my clients, put peanut butter or yogurt in here, freeze it for a couple hours, then give it to your dog. It's like a popsicle, you know, where they're licking it. It's super tiring, and it's a good way to kind of keep your dog occupied when, let's say, you're doing stuff around the house, whether you're cooking or cleaning around the house. You don't have to worry about where your dog may be when you're not, you know, supervising them. This kind of goes hand in hand, except this, you pull this compartment out. It's basically like another treat puzzle. You pull it out, you can stick treats and food in there, close it back up, and it's basically a way where they have to kind of move it around the puzzle toy, knock the food out, and again, make them think, use their senses, that sort of thing. Again, a lot of the common features with all these puzzle toys, and you know, that help them think and use their senses. Another great mental enrichment game that you can do with your dog is basically like a natural backyard foraging event, or you know, kind of game you can play, where you take a bunch of their food or high value treats and you just toss them into the backyard and just have your dog go find them. It's like basically like the snuffle mat that I showed you earlier, but in a obviously more natural sense, where they're smelling and trying to find those treats, again, using them to think and where to find them and then grabbing them and that sort of thing. It's a really fun, cool experience for your dog to, again, explore, challenge them, and have fun with it. The last one I want to talk about kind of changes up your daily walks that, let's say, you do with your dog. And what I'm talking about is dog-led walks versus human-led walks. Of course, the human-led walk, we know that you want to go where you want to go, and the dog's just kind of with you on leash for the ride, essentially. Like, okay, we're going this way, taking this right, etc. You know, you're taking control of the walk. But I want you to try to do something different. Try having the dog choose the pathway. If the dog takes a right instead of a left, go for it. Let them just go crazy sniffing along the way too. A lot of the times we always want to just be like, all right, let's just go for a walk and let's keep moving. But allow your dog to smell however long they want and just kind of be there for the ride. Like, you're just tethered to them and they're just taking you where they want to go. You'll just see a big difference in your dog's behaviors in a way, a little bit different than normal, but also they're going to be tired quicker. Usually with a 15-minute sniffing session is just as long as a 30-minute walk. And you've probably heard that fact many, many times, but I'm just going to reiterate it constantly because it is a very true fact, and I do it with my dog constantly. I let my dog choose where they want to go, and he loves it. It's a great experience for both me and him. It kind of is a win-win. He gets to get some time outside, I get some time outside, and we come in, he's tired, and I can enjoy the rest of my day as well. Challenge your dog, and again, use these different puzzles or snuffle mats or Kongs, whatever. Change it up every day. You know, do a puzzle one day, then do a snuffle mat the next day. Change it up every day for your dog. It's going to really make a big difference in your dog's daily life, but also it's going to help make your relationship stronger because you're kind of working together for these things, but also, you know, it's going to help understand, you know, how the dog thinks, but also how, you know, to make their daily life even better than normal. So that'll be it for today's video. If you guys can subscribe, make sure to share this video if you can, that'd be great. And comment if there's any other enrichment things that you can think of or want to share in the community as well. Along with, make sure to follow my Facebook and my Instagram, which is just Evan Del Signori or By the Beach Dog Training. You can find both on there as well. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that content, and we'll see you in the next video.